So what can you do in 141 seconds? Perhaps it's enough time to make a cup of tea or even clean your teeth. But for former Bournemouth striker James Hayter, it was enough time to score not once, not twice, but 3 times. Bournemouth against Wrexham on a cold February evening in the 3rd tier of English football. It's an unlikely setting for a historic record. Bournemouth were 3-0 up and cruising when in the 84th minute, James Hayter came off the bench. Just a few minutes later, this happened.
And now it's 3-on-2, and it's Cummings through the middle. Recovering challenge from Edwards. Here's Hayter! He's onside! Hayter! He's got it! It's absolutely unbelievable!
4 minutes after coming on, and 2 minutes 21 seconds after scoring his first goal, Hayter had a record-breaking hat-trick.
We were winning quite comfortably. They were down to 10 men and come on for the last few minutes, and you're thinking, I could probably get a chance here.
Back it goes to Stock. Early cross from him. Hayter's downward header, and Bournemouth do have a fourth, and it's substitute James Hayter. 5 minutes from time.
Almost straight away, I think from their kick-off, we pretty much win the ball back. Gaz O'Connor plays a great through ball. I'm one-on-one with the keeper and managed to sort of slot it under him. And I think that was under a minute, so between the first 2 goals.
Hayter's onside again, chance for a 5th, James Hayter, it's 5!
Didn't you? I was on the brink of something special. Being a striker and sort of the way you always want to score more goals, and you think, Christ, I might be able to get myself a hat-trick here. The game's quite open and we're 4-5-0 up at the time, and so you're just hoping to get another chance in the game, and it came probably a minute or so later. Warren Cummings won the ball, has a great sort of dribble through, manages to just slip it to me, and I take a touch and hit it across the keeper, and it just goes in off the post.
It's absolutely unbelievable! James Hayter has a 3-minute hat-trick at Dean Court.
Steve Fletcher was the player subbed off for James Hayter that night. He says he's not seen anything like it in his 28 years in professional football.
One of their centre-halves just walked off the pitch. He'd had enough. So, I don't know, it was late on, I don't know if James Hayter had scored his 2nd goal. He just walked down the tunnel. I spoke to him after the game. I went, oh, you just walked off. The number didn't come up or nothing, you just walked off. And he went, I'd had enough. So I was sick as a parrot. Well, that was the first time in football I've ever heard. So I actually went down to 9 men for the last couple of minutes.
It's clearly a night Hayter will remember for the rest of his life. His parents were also there that night, but left before their son came on, meaning they missed his once-in-a-lifetime achievement.
They were here, but has been sort of well documented. I think it got about 10 minutes to go, and at that sort of time, I think there was a 10 o'clock ferry or a 12 o'clock ferry, so they decided that they were going to leave and to catch the earlier ferry, so they obviously missed out on it. I think they were in the car park, just driving away when I come on, and I think they probably only got down to Eyford roundabout by the time I'd actually scored a hat-trick.
The moment may have been celebrated by fans in the stadium and parents in vehicles, but one group of people who weren't cheering at the time were the local newspaper journalists.
Although it was a really exciting evening, it was probably the worst thing possible for a journalist. It's rewrite after rewrite after rewrite. It's almost got to be filed on the final whistle. So you're trying to research stuff and write stuff all in the last 5 or 10 minutes of a game, but this happened right at the end of a game as well. So it could have been, James Hayter came off the bench to score a couple of goals. Oh no, he scored another one, so he scored a hat-trick. Is this the fastest hat-trick in history? Has this ever been done before? And you're sort of asking around, and nobody really knows until you've had time to really research it, which is the following day for follow-up stories and stuff like that. So it is the ultimate nightmare, I think, for a sports reporter.
While Neil Perrott might wake up in cold sweats when he remembers that night, for Hayter, it brings back memories not just of the 3 goals. His first child was born only a few days earlier.
Well, I'm not on much social media, and it obviously getting towards that time, it does come up a lot, and I always get reminded, and I will go and watch it again, and they say, oh, it's your hat-trick's been on Twitter or something like that. And so yeah, no, I have watched it a few times. I've watched it through with my son, obviously, a couple of times as well, and it's nice for him, and there's got a few pictures of me holding him and the ball at that time, so it's yeah, it is quite a special moment.
You've never seen anything like that. I don't think he's even got a sweat on yet. He's got 3.